Hello, this is Will from Will to Trade. You can find me at willtotrade.com. You can go to our website, fill out the form, join our room. Our room is currently free. Just go to www.willtotrade.com. We chat every day, Monday through Friday, starting as early as 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes chat all day long. I have a request from members in the room to make a video on some of the aspects of Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim, the app that we use for trading with TD Ameritrade. I'm not affiliated with TD Ameritrade. This isn't, because they had asked me to make a video. I personally use it. I personally think it's a great software, so I wanted to show at least some of the bells and whistles for Thinkorswim. But before I get into the video, I do want to say that that there's a lot of information here. It can seem fairly intense. I will try my best to explain it as best I possibly can. But if you get lost, just rewind, replay the video. You may have to watch the video a few times to really understand it. But please try your best to understand it as much as you can, because it really can help you with your trading. Okay, so with that being said, I also want to let you know that I probably know maybe just barely 1% of what Thinkorswim can do. I mean, the app is so powerful. There's so much going on. There's a whole coding language underneath the hood, so to speak, that I barely know. So there's just so much there. There's no way that I could possibly learn it all in a lifetime. There's no way that I could explain it all in one video. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to talk about how to buy and sell and how to place some of the orders. Okay, so with that being said, we have a VRX up here in the chart. Today is May 3rd. VRX was a pretty big runner, as you can see, boom, 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 all the way up. So it's a fairly good example to use for placing some orders for this video. I do want you to be aware that we have this buy market, sell market buttons up here in the top left, and we also have some big buttons down here on the right. I want you to be aware that the quantity says 1,000 and auto send is deselected. If your screen doesn't look like this, your screen might look like that. This is your little arrow, triangle, whatever you want to call it, toggle it, and then it'll bring down the quantity. If your auto send is selected, make sure to deselect it. Your 1,000, maybe 100, maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000, I'm not sure. Again, just for the sake of the video, it just happens to be 1,000. On the right, we have some different buttons to bring up different pieces of information. So live news, okay, that disappeared. Click it again, and the news comes back. Level 2 in the middle. There's not really much level 2 going on because I'm making this video after market hours, and there it disappears. The dashboard gets rid of those buttons, and then up here, trade, it will take away this. This is what your screen might look like. So just go on the right and click on trade, open this up, and again, your screen might look like that. So then go ahead and click this, make sure it says 1,000, make sure this is not selected. Okay, so let's talk about how to buy and how to sell and what kind of orders we have here. So you may just want to hit buy market, okay, and that's one way of doing it. You may want to hit buy right here, okay, that's one way of doing it. If we hit buy market, a little pop-up should come up. There it is. We can edit it or delete it. I'm going to delete it for now. If this auto send was checked, if the pop-up wouldn't appear, it would automatically just submit that order. So we're not going to hit the auto send. If we right click on the screen approximately at the price level that we're interested in, we can place an order that way. So we're going to right click and then we're going to hit buy. Notice we have buy, sell custom, sell custom, also the alerts and analyze and restoring cells. But for this video, we're looking at the buy, sell, buy custom, sell custom, and actually mostly just buy and buy custom. So we click on buy, and again, we have a little pop-up in the bottom right. There it is, and we'll click edit. Okay, so notice it put the price at $39.21. It automatically put it as a limit order, day, all these different functions here, and then also gives me 1,000 shares. Notice down here, advanced order. This is a single order. Click on this, and we have a bunch of different choices. Blast all, first trigger sequence, first trigger OCO, pairs, a lot going on. So we're going to change this to, let's just say 39 even. So I can toggle these buttons up and down, or I can hit on my keyboard, 39. And then instead of a limit order, we have different choices here: market, limit, stop, stop limit, trail stop limit. MOC, which is market on close, LOC, which is limit on close, but we're going to just do a stop. Okay, great. So there we have it. So also be aware that it's 1,000 shares. I can toggle up. This is 100 share increments. I can click this arrow. I can say, no, give me 200 shares, or give me 2,000, or give me 5,000. 5,000 shares. No, I don't want 5,000. I want 1,000. Okay. Also be aware I can click this 6 dots, and it can change it to percentage, 100% of everything. Yeah, let's buy it. Or a dollar amount. Yeah, I want to buy 500 bucks worth, or more, or whatever. Or back to my shares. So just be aware this little button can change here, and these little pluses, minuses, more or less shares. This will drop down amount of shares that you have. Because when you first open Thinkorswim, it can really seem really intimidating. There's a lot going on, right? So we're just going to try to take it piece by piece. So $39, stop. And I'll even confirm it, and we'll even say send it, and there it is. There it is. There it is. Now, this is after hours, so this order is not going to get triggered. Not only that, this is a stop order, so this would only get triggered if the price, boom, works its way back up. So it's obviously not going to happen now. But as you can see, this green line shows me where my order is just waiting. It's just waiting right there. You know, if I zoom in, there it is. Now, if I want to drag it down, well, you know, 39 bucks, bit aggressive. Let's drag down to 37.37, and we'll even say send it. So now my order's changed. If I'm like, you know what was I thinking? I don't want to buy this. I hit the X. Actually, you know what? Let's see here. There's my X. And then it goes away. All right, so my order's gone. So that's like the simplest order you can have when you right click. Again, you can click on buy market, and you can also click buy. We're not going to do these because these are pretty self-explanatory. So you saw the buy, that's how you do it. You right click and then you click on buy. So we're going to right click and we're going to go to buy custom. We're going to skip sell because we're not going to sell this here. We're going to buy custom. And you're going to see on my screen, I have a whole bunch of different choices down here. You probably do not have these choices, but you're going to have these 3 choices up here. And you may not even be aware of this. You may not even be aware that you can right click. You may not be aware that you can choose buy custom. And you may not be aware what these do, but I'm going to walk you through them. So let's click on with OCO bracket. It's a pretty powerful tool because it'll link up your price point, and it'll automatically one click create an OCO. So let's just make it really simple numbers, $39. So look at this. So we already went through the shares, so we know these are all 1,000 share increments. We have a green, and we have a red and a red. It means we're going to buy it at a limit, 39 bucks, and then we're going to, if it goes up to 40, it'll sell, or if it goes down to 38, it'll stop out. Notice this is first triggers OCO. May as well confirm it. Why not? Sure, let's send it. And this is what's created. So it's created up here. There's my order with my stop down here, and then my limit up there. Again, because the market is closed, this order is not filled. But if the market were open, this actually would be filled because it's a limit order, so it's not really going to help us. So we're going to go to the next one. That's again just a quick little intro of what that does. Let's right click, buy custom with a stop. So boom. So now notice this is $39. I'm going to buy a limit of 39, and I'm also going to throw in a $1 stop. You know, this is a first triggers all. Just be aware of that. First triggers all. You may want to move your stop up or down. You may not want to buy with a limit. You may want to buy with a stop, but let's just confirm and send it, and we'll send it. And there's our $39. Yep, 39 bucks. There's our $1 stop. In one click, boom, there's a whole order presented. And we'll do the last one of the templates, and then we'll show you the ones I have. So buy custom with a stop limit. And this is a little more complicated because you're buying on limit, and then you have a stop, and then you have a stop price. And again, this actually is not really 100% correct. This should be lower, you know, so they want you to kind of manually come in and change this. All right, 37.80, then we're gonna close it. So we're buying on the limit. If it goes down $1, it triggers a stop limit, and then here's the actual stop at the 37.80. Confusing? Okay, whatever. So we're gonna move forward. So let's just delete that. All right, now this is where it gets exciting. This is where it gets interesting. About 10 minutes into the video is where it really starts to take shape. Thinkorswim will let you save custom order concepts. I don't know how else to explain it. This is where Thinkorswim really does some really great things. And all these down here, these are 10 custom orders that I have. If I don't like any of them, I can click on delete, and I can delete any of them. I don't want to delete any of them, so we're going to keep them. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because a lot of them actually repeat themselves. But this is a first triggers a stop with 1,000 shares, and then it triggers a sell limit with a base above 50 cents. Let's click on that, see what it does. So we click on it, and there we have it. There we go. There it is. First triggers all. Okay. Again, notice these are linked. Okay. This is really important. You want to see that link right there. This is basically saying buy on the stop at $39, and then at the same time, I'm going to put in a limit to sell 50 cents up. So if I toggle this up, notice this changes, right? If I toggle this back down, notice this changes. And then let's see this in action. Confirm and send it. Yep, send it. And there it is. And this is all actually above the price point, so you can't really see it as much. Let's scroll it down, and let's see if the red... Ah, look at that. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. So we scroll this down, and because they're linked, the limit order also moves with it. Let's zoom in a little, and you basically can see this order here triggers the second one. All right, so let's do another one. I'll right click here, buy custom, and these are all pretty much variations on the same theme. So buy on a stop, sell 50 cents above. Buy on a stop, sell 40 cents above. 30 cents, 25, 20, 15, 10. Let's just do 25, right? So, and we'll make a really simple number, 37.50, 37.50, there you go. So look at that. So it's gonna buy, stop at 37.50, and then it's gonna sell at 37.75. So just 25 cents above. And it's already linked up. It's already like one whole complete order. Otherwise, it'd be kind of complicated to set this up. So confirm and send it. Yep, send it. And it puts the order in. So if the price moves up, boom, and my order gets filled. And then if the price continues to go up, boom, boom, and then my cell will get filled. So it's like a two-part order in really one click. Notice that this auto send is deselected. If the auto send was selected, it would automatically fill without me having to confirm. Okay, let's look at another one of my orders that I have. Buy custom. Buy custom. First triggers an OCO with a stop and a base. Oh, sounds so complicated, right? So let's click on this, and let's just take a look at this here. So this is basically saying buy 1,000 shares. First triggers OCO at $38, which is more than what the current market price is. Buy non-stop. Then when this order fills, trigger this OCO. These red orders are the OCO. OCO means one cancels the other. So it's linked, so it's going to be $1 up, and at the same time it's going to give me a 20-cent stop. I can change these parameters to be more or less than $1 up. I can change this parameter to be more or less than 20-cent stop. But that's how it's configured right now. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Confirm and send it, and there it is. Okay, and again, just for fun, let's move this down here to 37, and let's send it, and look at that. Look at that. See this? They're linked. They're all linked. That's the beautiful part about it, right? So if I move the green up or down, it's going to move the red with it. So this is a really tight little stop. I don't even know if that's a good stop to have or not, but whatever. I mean, it's basically the price goes up to the green, and then the order is triggered. We're looking for this to go up to the red, and then trigger the sell. If it doesn't, if the order goes up to the green and then falls down, I've already got my stop in place. I've already got my entire order packaged, if you will. And sometimes these stocks are moving so fast that to try to place an order and then place an OCO, it just be too much. So you save your custom orders to make it easy. If you want to exit the trade immediately, you can click on sell market once you're in the trade. Make sure the auto send is selected, and make sure that the amount of shares here matches the amount of shares there. If you, let's say you bought 5,000 shares, and again, that's a lot of shares, and this only said 1,000. If you sell market, you're only going to sell 1,000 of your 5,000 shares, and it won't sell your whole position. So you'd want this to say 5,000 if you indeed bought 5,000 shares. Okay, let's go on to one more here. Buy custom. All right, so this is the same concept. It's just a different kind of price parameter. It's like a 50 cents up with a 10-cent stop. And this is basically just buying a limit, which then triggers a limit. right? Pretty interesting. A limit that triggers a limit, right? Let's say I want to buy on a dip at 37 even. And again, for the sake of argument here, let's say the price is currently at 38, let's just say. So just for this demonstration purpose. So I'm buying a limit, not buying a stop. So if the price comes down to 37, it's gonna fill my order. And then the price to sell is 50 cents above because it's linked. If I confirm and send it, and I say send it, then you can see it here. So the price comes down, fills it, and if the price goes up, it'll sell it. All right, now let's go into the final thing of the video. If you're still with me, we're almost there. I want to show you how we can create some of these custom orders and sort of how we can sort of handcraft them, if you will. So let's go to 38, and let's actually start with OCO bracket. Okay, this is really important because this gives you the link. This is a really good place to start. First triggers OCO. We have $38, but that doesn't really matter. So let's say, for the sake of fun, we are looking for more than $1. This is $1 up and $1 down. $1 up, $1 down. That's their default, right? So let's just say, okay, I want $3 up. So I'm actually going to put in 41. 41. Whoops. 41.00, and there we go. So notice this would be buying on a limit at 38, and then selling on a limit, which is $3 more, and at the same time triggering a stop. But I don't want to buy on a limit, I want to buy on a stop. There we go. So this is how you really configure it, right? So I want to buy the 38 on the stop, and then it's connected here to $3 up. And let's just see here, if we click on this, look at that, look at that. So we click it again. So we click this little chain, if you will, right? The chain, we click it, and it shows us more functions, more features. So let's click it, and we see the $3. And we'll get into this here in a minute. So let's just see what this would look like. And look at this, that's minus $1, right? All right, so confirm and send it, and there's what that order looks like. Let's see if we can zoom out. Well, we can't really zoom out everything because you can't really tell, but let's go into, let's go into this. What would it look like if this order was down here? Sure, send it. There we go. Don't worry about all that. Look at that. Okay, so now we're buying this. We're actually buying on a stop. It could be buying on the limit, but it's not going to get triggered anyway because it's after hours. And then I'm packaging my OCO. I'm packaging my sales. So I have a $1 stop down below my purchase price. At the same time, I have $3 up above. Right? Does that make sense? $1 stop, $3 up above. Would you use this actual order in real world situation? Well, maybe. Look at this. Look at this. Can these line up? Yeah, look at that. Right? They actually line up. See? 38. Boom. And this is just like randomly worked, right? So you could see the price moving up, and you could right click it, and then it triggers it, and then you already have your stop in place, you already have your limit in place, and it'll fill your order in a lot of detail really quickly. Let's go and show you how you. So let's actually have to exit that. 36 by custom. We're gonna go to the OCO with the OCO bracket. All right, so here we are. So we're gonna order stop, and let's say we're gonna do $3 up, so 39, and then $1 stop. And then, just for fun, actually, let's go to 35 because we know this actually worked. All right, so look at that. So instead of confirming and send it, we click this button, Save Custom Order Template. If we click on this, it's going to fill all this in for us. These are all of our custom orders. I think I can even change all this crazy wording and word it whatever I want. I can call it my favorite order A, or the super OCO order, whatever I want to name it. I can rename it, but it'll put it in as a default. So let's just put it in as a default. So now it's saved, right? So 35, 38, 34. Let's delete it. Okay, and let's situation. Let's zoom in here. Let's see this real world situation. This price is like 34.70-ish. So I see this moving up. Oh, VRX. I want to jump in. Okay, 35. Right click. Buy custom. Oh, plus $3. Okay. Boom. Plus $3. Okay, bring me down a penny. Okay, right there. Right there. And then confirm it and send it. Send it. Look at that. And again, just to everybody. Whoops. There it is. And let's actually zoom. I'm going to zoom out the right way here. I don't know if I can zoom out enough. Ah, that's big. Probably better. Well, it actually filled, or would have filled in this example, right there. You can see it, right? So again, this is kind of an extreme example. You're usually not going to be trading like this, but in this particular example, if you want to buy on a stop that creates the OCO, $3 up and $1 stop. Once you've created it, once you've saved it, you can right click it, one click it, and then submit it. You can even make it even faster if you want. You click on the auto send, right click, find it, send it, boom, it's automatically going to send it. So it's not really hotkeys, so to speak, but it's like one step closer. So let's just X out of this and just remind ourselves, right click, buy custom. We're not going to do it. And there it is. And we'll do one more, and this will be the last one we'll do, just to kind of show you what you can do in this situation. So what happens when we click here? It brings up our plus or minus. What happens there? Plus or minus. If we click again, we have like how many points up or down. Click again, we get percentage. Look at that. Click again, let's get percentage. So what if we said, gosh, I don't know, 10%? 10% up. And then what if we risked 2%? Right? Okay. So that's a pretty aggressive order to have. I can click here and I can save it. I can save it right there. And then I'll even delete it, and we'll bring it back again. We'll bring it back even a little bit less. We'll bring it like right around there. Buy custom. Buy custom. There it is. There's my percentage. See the plus 10%? Okay, everything's filled in. Yeah. Plus 10, minus 2. Okay, I like it. Confirm it, send it, and look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is really what it's all about. It doesn't mean that you always have to sell or I should say, sell on percentages. Sometimes you may want to sell with a straight price point up, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1, $3, what have you. But sometimes you may want to trade this way, and it is a way that can discipline you for your risk reward ratio. And again, this random example of VRX actually fit. Here's a real world example. And again, you can have this example work on other tickers. I just happen to use VRX. So, here it goes up and up. Oh, I want to buy it. Okay, well, I want to buy it and I want to sell it 10% up, and I'm risking 2%. You don't have to calculate, well, what's 10% up going to give me? What's 2% down going to get me? You don't have to worry about just having a stop and moving your stop up, or just having a limit and not having a stop. You have both. And you really have all three. You have buying on a stop, so it only triggers if it goes up, with your stop, and then with your limit. And remember, once your order is triggered, you can move the stop up or down, independent of the limit, up or down. So once your order is in place, you can be more or less aggressive up here, or more or less aggressive down there. And again, let's just for fun, just to really, let's try this one just to see, because now I'm actually having fun with this. So we're just gonna do one last one here just to see. I promise I haven't even tested this. So what would happen if I'm watching this stock and I right click, buy custom, go here, there it is, and I'm doing it a little slowly just to show you, right? There it is, buy custom. It breaks up into two parts because it's more than 10 items. Okay, 2 parts down here, right? So there it is. And then it's gonna auto-populate. I don't even know what the 10% is gonna be. We'll have to figure it out. Confirm and send it. Yeah, send it. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So it would trigger your buy right there, 1250. It would throw in your stop 2% below, which is what, 12.25? Yep, 12.25. And where's your sell? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, eventually it comes back again, kind of, does it? Yeah, it comes back again even. But even before it comes back again, does it? Oh, wow. It's just like a hairline above. Okay. So, coincidentally, it's just, you know what? I got to do this one more time. Let's just do this one more time. What if we did it right there? Let's try that. Right there. And this will be, I promise, the final thing. Plus 10%. Plus 10%. All right, yeah, 1237. Confirm, send it. Send it. All righty. Look at that. All right, so it's moving up. Boom. It triggers in one click. It triggers my buy, throws in my stop, and then it's all linked. Up here's my limit, 10% above. I don't even know how much it is. But there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like around 1362-ish, something like that. Beautiful, beautiful. So again, this is the second real world example on this particular custom order. Buy, stop, triggers, OCO, plus 10% up, minus 10% down. Look at that. Look at that. This is two real world examples. And the price points don't really matter. See, $13 is a different price point than the $35, $38 price point, because this is based on percentage, not based on price point. So you can create custom orders. You can link them with price points up and down. You can link them with percentages up and down that actually work, that actually make sense. Once you click it and it's done, then it's done. You know, I mean, this happened pretty fast, but you could click it, and then it may take a little bit to get there. But it's like click, done, boom, it's filled. You wait, and then it can trigger. And 10%. We talk about it in our room all the time. If you can make 10% a day, I mean, you're doing great. You're doing really, really great. You are certainly beating the market. And then this one random example here on RYAM. If you bought it here in the first 15 minutes, and I actually traded this a little bit later than here, look at that. Just one click from your pre-saved, it never actually falls down below. Look at that. It never falls down below to your stop, right? You see the stop there. It never hits your stop. It's way above it, and it does fill you, and it fills you in like an hour. 10% in 1 hour on one trade. Utilizing the custom orders. That's really what it's all about, utilizing the custom orders. So again, just to remember, if I were to right click here, buy custom, and where are my orders? Yeah, I created 2 more for this video. They're right down there. You can create as many as you want. I don't know how many you could save. I mean, I've had, I would imagine like 100 or more. I'm not really sure, but you can create a lot. It'll just keep adding more sections here for you. And if I don't like it, I can click on here and be like, I don't like that. I'm going to delete it, etc., etc. So what a long video, almost a half an hour video. I told you ahead of time, there's a lot to go over with buying here with Thinkorswim. I honestly, seriously don't know if other software applications are as involved as this. If they are, teach me, let me know. Send me a message at the bottom of your screen, send me an email. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love the video, go ahead and subscribe. If you sat through this, congratulations, you have tremendous patience. And if you want to join our room is currently free. Just go to www.will2trade.com, fill out the form, and we'll get you all set. Thank you so much. Have a great day.